Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on the time zone. Now, President William Ruto was in Muranga yesterday. And for those who looked at that event, you would count it as a successful event because the president was able to meet the people. There was enough audience to give him that needed crowd to create a perception that he is still honored, loved, and accepted in Mount Kenya region.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Simunisalimia hivyo wangwana wa Kiaro na Muranga nione. Waswahili wanasema hayawi. Ni leo ama si leo? Ni leo ama si leo? Hii ni Kiaro na Muranga. Basi, ndugu zangu, watu wa Muranga, watu wa Kiaro, leo mimi nimefika hapa kwa sababu ya mambo ya maendeleo ya Muranga.
But in this event, I was asking myself a question when I saw some of the youth who had put on UDA merchant trying to mask their face. You see, someone would want to put on a UDA cap, but instead of putting on also a t-shirt, they would use that t-shirt to mask their face. Evidently, with that move, then it means you are trying to hide your identity. You don't want the public to really mark you. So I was asking myself, why would some people do like this when you know you're doing something freely without any problem? So this is a question also I would want to ask you. What is your take on this? Now, immediately the president left. All the UDA merchants, the trademark, they were removed, set on fire. The placards, the t-shirts, the caps, and everything. It was set on fire. Why?
Mazisia UDA. Mazisia UDA. Mazisia UDA. Mazisia UDA. Mazisia UDA. Mazisia. Mazisia. UDA. Mazisia. 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 UDA. Mazisia. 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 Mazisia.
Other thing that emerged is that the youth and women who were there, immediately the president left again, they started singing. And this was not to embrace the president. They were talking about the president being a liar. Kasongo ni muongo. Kasongo ni muongo. Wewe president umekuja umeaddress watu, umewaambia maneno yako, umesema kila kitu vizuri, the reception, the synergy from the people. Alafu as you leave, you look at the back, ukiangalia tu nyuma, unaanza kusikia watu wanaimba wanasema Kasongo ni muongo. all that, how would you say about the president's visit in Mount Kenya region? How do you rate it? Was it successful or it backfired? I want to read your comments. And this is a discussion I would want us to have on this pipeline. But before we go deep into that, I have a quick and humble request. For those who are watching the channel and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to our discussion. Now, at first place, me, personally, there was a question I was asking. If we have a President of the Republic of Kenya who has been given a mandate to serve for 5 years, then you are on line of your duty to go and deliver services to the people. And now you are focusing on Mount Kenya region, Muranga to be specific. Why would the president go with the UDA colors to dress everyone in that event with the UDA merchants? Then that, to me, it turns to be political meeting and not the president being on line of his duty as the president. The person, for me, I saw in Muranga was not the president, but the UDA party leader, because the colors were all UDA. That one cannot be a national event. It is not a national project. The president was not a nationalist. He was politically aligned. And therefore, this was a political meeting. To be specific, a UDA meeting in my view. So at that point, I can say that the president got it wrong. You went there to use taxpayers' money. And this money, it is not from UDA members. It is from all Kenyans. So to mobilize the resources for you to go on that ground, the president was not using UDA resources. He was using taxpayers' money. So President Ruto went to Mount Kenya for political mission to drum up support for his UDA party. That's my first point. Now, secondly, the way I see people behaving here, they come up in their numbers. They would say two-term. When you say two-term, they respond like that. Then all of a sudden, you see people banning your trademark. It means these people were just hired for very short time. They were hired. So the crowd that we saw in Muranga yesterday, it was not organic crowd. These are not just normal residents who woke up in the morning to go and listen to the president and witness project being launched by the president. No. It confirms that these people were literally hired to come and listen to the president. So President Ruto was addressing a hired crowd. And that explained the reason why immediately the president left. The contract of these people with the president came to an end. So these people went back to their political realignments. And therefore, it tells you when they are banning the UDA material, they are not in UDA. Kazi iliisha, wakarudi kwao nyumbani. Wakarudi kwa vyama zao nyumbani. They don't believe in UDA. They don't believe in President Ruto. They sang a song. Kasongo ni muongo. Kasongo ni muongo. The mountain has spoken to the president. You are a liar. You came to lie. We will listen to your lies. And we are saying that you are a liar. So definitely, at the end of the day, as the president leaves, the message just went with him. You are a liar. So, if you have to rate, mambo kama haya kufanyikia wewe kama mwanasiasa, kwa hali kama hiyo, you have literally failed. Therefore, in my own view, President Ruto's rally in Muranga literally backfired. It failed. It is zero impact. Because the immediate perception after he left was that you are a liar. The issue of banning that material means we reject you. And therefore, you don't have any political ground in that region, to be specific. That is my take. I don't know your views. So please let us know in the comment section to continue with our discussion. Thank you so much and see you in our next video.